Imagine owning so much of a city that its streets, its skyline, and its businesses all answer to you. There's one man who has done just that. His name? Stephen Schwarzman, the billionaire who quietly controls New York from the shadows, but his rise to power is as dark as the deals that built his empire. Stephen Schwarzman wasn't born into wealth. In fact, he grew up hating his father's humble home goods store. But what separated him from the average kid was his hunger. A hunger to dominate. From mowing lawns as a teenager to commanding one of the largest investment empires in the world, he has always had one goal: power. And when you mix ambition with a cutthroat mentality, you don't just get success, you get someone capable of controlling entire cities. But Schwarzman's path to becoming the king of New York wasn't easy. His time at Lehman Brothers was brutal. He wasn't just tested, he was humiliated. Picture this. A boardroom full of senior bankers, and suddenly, a partner screams at you, "Who the f are you?" That was Stephen's reality. But instead of breaking, he hardened. Those moments of degradation, they forged a man who would one day dominate not just Lehman, but the entire financial world. Out of the ashes of Lehman Brothers' power struggles, Schwarzman did something extraordinary. He teamed up with Pete Peterson and founded Blackstone. But it wasn't a smooth start. In fact, Blackstone almost collapsed before it even began. No one would invest in them. It was rejection after rejection. Yet, like a true mastermind, Schwarzman turned failure into fuel. When others would have walked away, he doubled down, convinced that New York and the world would soon bow to Blackstone. When others would have walked away, he doubled down, convinced that New York and the world would soon bow to Blackstone. Fast forward to today, and Schwarzman's empire stretches across New York. He owns more of this city than you can imagine. Hotels, buildings, real estate, you name it. Blackstone owns it. You walk past his properties every day without even knowing it. It's no wonder they call him the man who owns New York. But what most people don't know is that Schwarzman's grip on New York isn't just through property. It's through power. Political, financial, and social connections that make him untouchable. But this kind of power doesn't come without a cost. Stephen Schwarzman didn't just build an empire, he crushed the competition. His deals are often seen as aggressive, ruthless, and downright predatory. Whole industries tremble when Blackstone enters the room because they know when Schwarzman's involved, someone's going down. He didn't just buy properties. He bought influence. Influence that stretches beyond the business world and into politics, shaping decisions that impact millions. It's not just about real estate. Schwarzman has quietly amassed control over sectors that impact your daily life. From the hotels you stay in to the homes you live in, he's responsible for owning almost 300,000 homes across America. Yes, you heard that right. Schwarzman doesn't just own New York, he owns America. And while we sleep, he's out there making billion-dollar deals that determine the future of the cities we live in. And if you think Stephen Schwarzman's power is confined to finance, think again. Behind closed doors, he's a kingmaker. Presidents from both sides of the aisle seek his counsel. From Obama to Trump, even foreign leaders like Angela Merkel know the weight of his influence. Schwarzman doesn't just shape New York, he shapes the world. What does it mean when a man this powerful can influence policies that impact millions? It's a question few dare to ask. So we're left with one question: what does it take to own New York? For Stephen Schwarzman, it took ruthlessness, endless ambition, and the willingness to destroy anyone in his way. But what does it cost the rest of us? As he rises, what do we lose? In the end, the man who owns New York doesn't just control buildings and businesses, he controls the future of the people living in them. And whether that's a good thing or a terrifying reality, only time will tell.